Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch. We're back for my third game for the World Cup Pokemon. So this time around, I was using a team that was featured in some prior games. First and foremost, this was seen in the game of Rob Jr. versus Void, except he used an Alakazam over the Hydreigon because, in my opinion, I want to use Hydreigon more because A, it breaks both your teams a bit better, and B, it's a lot less weak to Rotom Heat. And on top of that, I also changed some EV spreads. But yeah, it's basically the same as that. John also used this in a game of his own. Not John W, but Brofist. And I think a couple other players took the team and used it as well. But it's a really solid team that I came up with first. And basically the idea is that you use Wish plus Wish on Physical Defensive Fable plus Assault Vest, Specially Defensive Magearna. And that core is really great at walling more offensive teams. Because now all of a sudden you don't feel compressed against things like Nasty Plot, Hydreigon, Dragapult, and Kyurem with your Clef, which you want physical defense in to check her Shifu. And that's just great. It really enables the strong physical attackers like Cinderace and special attackers like Hydreigon that can fit on this archetype as well. So yeah, unfortunately the one bad thing about it is you have to burn plus speed on the Cinderace in this build to outrun things like Gengar and at least have a tying chance against opposing Cinderace. Although you have Mandibuzz plus a Powdon, so not really, but it never hurts. Anyway, looking at the opponent's team, BIHI, he's a really great player. He mains TPPOU, but he plays various generations of you. I've seen him do really well in RBY, and I'm not shocked to see him doing well in SS. He's definitely got his stuff together as a player. He's using a bit of a weird team, though. It has Rhea Nicholas, which, in my eyes, I didn't really prepare a ton for because, A, both the teams I used previously, especially my second team, do pretty well against it, and B, it just seems odd using it in a metagame with Urshifu, Trick, Specs Magearna to overwhelm it, a ton of Haze Talk specs, and Thunderwave galore. But he seemed to feel pretty strongly about it. He basically built his team with it as the only win condition. It looks like a pretty bulky, stally team besides that. So one thing that I noticed right off the bat is that he has no real steel type. So pivoting in and around Magearna is going to be hard for him, even with the Toxic with Blissey. So I feel like I wish I was specs in this game, honestly, but it's all right. Definitely going to be ways out. So basically, I'm hoping that he's going to be Thunder on the Rhea Nicholas because I use a lot of Tox specs, and without Thunder, he can't actually 1v1 Tox specs, which is kind of funny. Unless he has special attack investment. That's something that crossed my mind as well. But if he's Thunder Wave on the Blissey or Stun Spore on the Tangrowth, then I'm like, okay, damn, he's probably just Focus Blast and I just lose. Because yeah, I pretty much lose to Focus Blast Rhea Nicholas, but I can beat Thunder because I'm Nasty Plot plus Roost on Hydreigon. So I'm like, alright, it's basically going to come down to A, is he Focus Blast on Rhea Nicholas? If so, I'm going to need to dodge a couple and probably waste ATP somehow while keeping one of my Dark types alive. And B, if he's not, then can I outplay him? Because then it's like a winnable game. Not great, but winnable. So it's going to come down to that a lot. So right off the bat, I know I have to play aggressively. So hopefully that's going to work out. Pardon if you guys hear my dog in the distant background. I'm hoping you don't, but he's been wolfing up a storm. So my bad there. But yeah, no, I know Bihi's great. So I'm going to have to play really the game of my life to win this if it's Focus Blast. And if it's not, then I'm still going to play well. So anyway, Zero Aura off Clef lead right there. We both just trade knockoffs. I'm like, okay, that works for me. I definitely wanted to get those heavy-duty boots off to try and chip it down because I don't think he has Wish anywhere in this team, so any damage is there to stick. Now I go Hippowdon. I'm like, okay, if he's Toxic, that's completely fine with me, but I'm going to scout for it. Because if he's Toxic, it means he's playing out Thunderwave. If he goes Rocks, I'm like, okay, he's not Toxic. That probably means he's Thunderwave, which probably means he's Focus Blast or Nicholas. So right off the bat, I'm like, okay, I might be screwed. Now, he makes a couple interesting plays in going Tangrowth on Clefable, not only now, but also later on. And I don't really understand it, to be entirely honest. But I think he just wanted to find a way to get Rhea Nicholas and to just win the game. I just feel like he could have optimized it a bit more, but either way, he gets Toxic there and he misses. That's unfortunate for him, but again, the fact that he's Toxic means he's not Stun Spore, which means maybe he's not Focus Blast on the Rhea Nicholas, but again, given that the Blissey thing, I'm pretty sure he is. But the Toxic and Mandibuzz didn't really matter because we were both going to play with Rocks up more often than not. I was more than okay with him being up, and I didn't really wall anything with the Mandibuzz, so yeah, really unfortunate for him anyway. Now it's Sleep Powder cycling, kind of just Giga Draining into me. I'm not really sure why he's not trying to go out to something like Tox Specs or his Rhea Nicholas and setup, but I'm sure he has his reasons. Again, this is why I don't love using teams without steel types and direct ways to threaten the Clefable, because it's just like an awkward stalemate. And I'm one Moonblast crit away from potentially breaking his whole everything open. But yeah, he switches out there, which is smart. And he goes there, Aura. Okay. But now I stand, so I'm like, okay, you can't 2-kill me. I'm physically defensive. He just goes Blissey. It's fine with me. And now he goes back to Tangrowth here in a knockoff. Okay. He's just kind of just going all over the place. I'm fine getting Moonblast into it. I'd love to keep it chipped in case I need to KO it with one hit Cinderace, so then I can force in the Pex or the Mandibuzz and get chip on them. You know the drill. Anyway, I get a knockoff on Blissey, which is cool because now that's one less Pokemon without an item. And I feel like I'm playing a pretty solid okay game, like nothing overly flashy. But yeah, here he goes Thunderwave, and I'm so glad Magirna took it because now I get slow Volt Switches on everything. It's actually like ideal. But now that he's some of him, like, yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure it's Focus Blast or Nicholas. I'm probably going to lose the game on the spot. Like here, he lets me get a Toxic on Tangrowth, and he goes for a Sleep Powder. He doesn't go for a Giga Drain, so that's even better for me. But now what's interesting here is he goes hard Blissey. I think that was a bit of a prediction. I think he should have just clicked Giga Drain, but it seems as if he's playing his Tangrowth kind of backwards, and it's actually working out just fine for him, so whatever, we'll take it. Anyway, go Earthquake there. He just keeps softballing up. Again, it's fine. He basically is just looking for a turn to get the Reuniclus in damage free, and he's going to get it soon. I go Magirna here, and I'm like, alright, I'm probably just going to Volt Switch into the Blissey here. I can take Stealth Rock damage, you know, get my Cinderace in and try and wreak havoc. But I get the Volt Switch there, which leaves him at 80%, which is cool. And Cinderace is going to threaten him out because, you know, he died a high jump kick or he take over half from Gunk Shadow or Power Ball. But he goes Pex and it's Rocky Helmet. So I'm like, okay, there's another item I got to knock off here. It's fine. No, I get my Clefable and my Knocker, and he lets me get it off for a reason I'm not quite sure of as he goes for a cover. He's now going to be 2 by Zen Headbutt regardless. I doubled him Magirna here, just saying, okay, I don't mind if he knocks me, but if he's scalded, you know, I'd rather just not take a ton of damage and just get in and out. Now he goes Tangrowth here, and I Volt Switch. I'm like, okay, if he's going to keep resorting to Tangrowth as that mid-round, I'm going to call him out eventually. But right now, I have Cinderace in, and it looks pretty good. I think, do I go Zen Headbutt or U-turn here? I go Zen Headbutt, I get that in. It does over half to the pack, so it's cool. Now I actually doubled him again trying to catch the Mandibuzz, which is great. So Mandibuzz is his play there. Now he goes Blissey as I tried to Volt Switch, but I tried to Flare Cannon and I got it off there. No, I'm thinking of the wrong time. My bad. You know, he got me there, and he QS in the clef. That's like fine, no big deal at all. I just want to get a Wish off here, so I Wish up, and then I get the Magirna in, and I think he's gonna predict the Volt Switch here. So do I go for Flare Cannon this time? I think. Yeah, I think here I go Flare Cannon, and he tries to catch the Volt Switch with Tangrowth, and he dies, which is like a great play. Like, this was amazing, but the issue with this is that now he gets the Reuniclus in. And if that Reuniclus is Focus Blast, then we are in for a world of hurt. So he goes Calm Mind. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not Assault Blast. We see that. And I'm like, okay, shit. I go Cinderace just to see if maybe it's not like physically offensive. I could do a million with U-turn. It does a lot. It does over half, but that's not enough when you got Recover a million times over. So now I go Hydrate, and I'm like, okay, please don't be Focus Blast. I got to scout for it just to see how I can optimize my ads, because I could maybe try and focus on getting 6 Focus Blasts to miss and stuff getting the Calm Mind. So I go Mandibuzz here. I'm like, oh, damn, that ain't good. So I want to get the leftovers off the force. Recovers quicker, but yeah, no, he goes another Calm Mind. I'm like, this is getting out of hand real quick. I don't know if I have a way out here. I go Dragon here, just try and bait a Focus Blast, and then I think I just double out to the Magirna, which is helpful because that's going to waste a Focus Blast, but that's only 2 down, and now I get another Calm Mind for free. This is not sustainable. Oh, he actually goes Side Shock here. I don't agree with that. I think he should went for another Calm Mind, but it doesn't matter. I get the Cinderace in again here, just trying to U-turn it, and now I'm assuming he's going to go Recover here because it's a safe play, so I just go Powdon, but it turns out he actually goes Side Shock. So the thing is, if I went hard Hydreigon here, I actually could have killed it with the Draco, which is why I think that going for the Side Shock was a really poor play. But I don't get the Earthquake for it to take it out, so I went for a conservative route. So I didn't play for the choke, and he kind of, I don't want to say choke, but he didn't really optimize his odds to just win with Reuniclus there, I feel. But yeah, again, I can't do much here. I just U-turn, and he's already back at fall. Now I go Mandibuzz, and I could live the Stealth Rock, but at this point, I roost here, hoping that he's going to miss Focus Blast or overpredict, and he goes for Focus Blast and connects, yeah. He has used 4 of them now, I guess. There's 3 of them. But again, I go Hydreigon here just saying, okay, maybe he won't try. Maybe he'll take the bait this time and not go for it. But now he goes for it and he hits his Nasty Plot. So that's that. We're going to lose the game to the Reuniclus. Good team choice by BIHI for this team I brought. I don't really love Reuniclus in general, but it definitely matched up wonderfully here. That was a really smart play by him. So yeah, congratulations to BIHI and Team France. A lot of new players doing really well in that team, like Fairy Peak, for example, who beat my friend Starmaster with a really creative offensive team. So just, you know, pat in the back to them, move on. I couldn't really do much. I played my outs and it just didn't work out, and that happens sometimes. So yeah, great game. Well played. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my World Cup games. Definitely going to cover other people's games as well. But for now, my games, it's a wrap. We didn't qualify for round 2, unfortunately. And yeah, no, it definitely was a fun experience regardless. So, all right, yeah, that'll do it. And he wins the game there. All right, bye. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, okay, now bye.